You ever look at a luxury car and think, man, that thing is way out of my league? Yeah, that pain is real. But here's the twist. Some of the most legendary, jaw-dropping luxury machines are now so surprisingly cheap, it's honestly a little scary. And today, I'm going to show you 4 stunning icons you can finally afford without selling your soul or your house. The early 2000s Lexus IS-430 is one of those cars that never tried to be famous, but the people who drove it never forgot it. It's the kind of luxury sedan you buy when you want power, comfort, and reliability wrapped in a body that blends into traffic a little too well. Underneath its modest exterior sits Toyota's beloved 4.3-liter V8, making around 2 to 190 horsepower, paired with a 5-speed automatic that feels old school but durable. Fuel economy stays in the mid-teens, but honestly, nobody buys a V8 Lexus for savings at the pump. The ideal buyer is someone who wants a genuinely dependable luxury experience without stepping into German maintenance territory. Someone who appreciates quiet confidence, no flashy screens, no gimmicks, no delicate electronics waiting to surprise your bank account. Inside, the IS gives you that classic Lexus vibe. Solid materials, clean buttons, soft leather, and a cabin layout that aged far better than most cars from that era. Every surface feels like it was designed to stay intact for decades, not just a warranty period. The pros are easy to love. Buttery engine smoothness, whisper quiet cruising, a chassis that hides surprising agility, and the reputation of being one of the most drive-it-forever sedans Lexus ever built. But it's not flawless. The rear seat is cramped, the suspension bushings wear out faster than they should, and the timing belt service every 90,000 miles is absolutely non-negotiable. Ignore it and you're risking the life of one of the smoothest V8s ever offered in a compact luxury sedan. Known issues? Cracking dashboards on sun-baked cars, leaking power steering lines, aging lower control arm bushings, and lazy oxygen sensors once mileage creeps past the mid-hundreds. During inspection, listen closely to cold starts. Any metallic tapping could point to valve train wear. Check the transmission fluid color. If it's dark or burned, the car's been neglected. And make sure the timing belt and water pump were replaced with proper documentation. The previous owner said he did it does not count. The safest years are the mid-2000s models, which benefited from a light refresh and better electrical reliability. Market prices now float between $6,000 and $10,000 depending on condition. For a V8 Lexus with this build quality, that's almost suspiciously affordable. And if you think this one is impressive, wait until you see the next car, a monster luxury sedan that mixes twin-turbo violence with limousine comfort. The early 2000s Mercedes S65 AMG is what happens when German engineers drink too much confidence and decide a luxury limo should accelerate like a supercar. This thing was the undisputed king of excess. If you're the kind of buyer who wants comfort that feels royal, but power that feels slightly illegal, this car will speak to you in twin-turbo V12 whispers. Under the hood sits the legendary 6-liter twin-turbocharged V12, hand-built, pushing over 600 horsepower and torque figures that start with a 5 and feel like they might twist the Earth's crust. It's paired with a heavy-duty automatic that somehow survives the abuse, and fuel economy, let's just say you'll see single digits if you even look at the throttle the wrong way. The ideal buyer is someone who wants to experience pure mechanical indulgence without paying new car luxury prices. Someone who prefers engineering over software and wants a car that feels like a bank vault with missile-grade propulsion. The cabin still feels special today. Thick leather, deep seats, burr walnut everywhere, and that quiet sense of this cost more than a house when it was new. Press the throttle and the whole car leans back like a couch being launched off a catapult. Pros? Endless torque, limousine silence at highway speeds, and the last era of Mercedes building flagships with a money-is-no-object philosophy. But with power comes pain. The biggest con is the ABC hydraulic suspension, which can leak, sag, or fail in dramatic fashion. Coil packs for this V12 are expensive enough to cause temporary dizziness, and turbo oil leaks are common on higher mileage cars. You're not maintaining a car, you're maintaining a mechanical dynasty. Known issues include ABC pump failures, aging accumulator spheres, misfires from old coil packs, and vacuum line leaks that can trigger odd behavior. When inspecting one, start by watching the suspension on startup. If it rises unevenly or takes too long, expect 4-figure repairs. Listen for wastegate rattle, check for oil around the turbo housings, and scan for any stored misfire codes. Service history is not optional here. It's the only thing standing between you and regret. The best years are the mid-2000s models, which refined early quirks and had the most robust component quality. Prices today land around $15,000 to $25,000, which feels insane for a car that once rivaled private jets in both price and attitude. Quick break, Grab your phone, hit subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which city you're watching from. Now let's keep going. And if you think this one is wild, the next car brings the same V12 smoothness, just without the angry AMG energy. The early 2000s Mercedes S600 is what happens when a luxury brand decides comfort should be so smooth, so quiet, so effortless that the driver forgets the outside world exists. If the S65 AMG is the wild, reckless sibling, the S600 is the calm, wealthy uncle who speaks softly but owns half the city. Under the hood lives the same 6-liter V12, just without the twin turbos. It delivers a velvety 3 to 160-ish horsepower and a wave of torque that feels like a rolling cloud. The 5-speed automatic suits the engine perfectly, shifting with the kind of grace newer cars try to imitate with 10 gears and software trickery. Fuel economy sits in the low teens, but the reward is one of the silkiest powertrains Mercedes has ever built. The ideal buyer is someone who values luxury over noise, someone who wants that unmistakable V12 smoothness but doesn't need to roast tires. This car is made for people who appreciate craftsmanship, thick doors that close like bank vaults, leather that still smells expensive, and wood trim that feels carved, not printed. Every mile in an S600 feels like you're floating above the road on a cloud engineered in Stuttgart. Pros include unmatched ride comfort, whisper-level cabin isolation, and a powertrain known for lasting forever if properly maintained. It's also a sleeper in terms of value. People forget this was a 6-figure flagship, and today it sells for the price of a used 4-cylinder crossover. But the cons matter. The ABC hydraulic suspension is just as temperamental as in the 65, and repairs can get real expensive real fast. Electronics from this era of Mercedes can be hit or miss, with aging wiring, failing sensors, and odd intermittent warnings. Known issues: worn ABC accumulators, leaking struts, dead coil packs, vacuum issues, and early signs of failing ignition modules. During inspection, start with the suspension, watch how it sits, rises, and behaves over bumps. Listen for ticking during cold starts, which can hint at ignition wear. Check every electrical function inside the cabin: seats, windows, massaging features, soft closed doors, trunk motors, anything that moves should work smoothly. A full maintenance history is your best friend here, especially proof of ABC service and coil replacement. The safest years are the mid-2000s models, which benefited from improved electronics and better component durability. Prices now usually fall between $8,000 and $15,000, depending on mileage and condition. It's a shocking deal for a car that once chauffeured CEOs, diplomats, and anyone who thought silence was the ultimate luxury. And if you want something with Japanese reliability but still packed with V8 charm, the next car on the list brings a totally different flavor: smooth, punchy, and criminally underrated. The early 2000s Infiniti M45 is one of those cars that never got the mainstream love it deserved, but the people who owned one still swear by it. This thing was Nissan's quiet flex, a mid-size luxury sedan powered by a big, naturally aspirated 4.5-liter V8 making around 3 to 140 horsepower. It's paired with a 5-speed automatic that feels old school in the best way: direct, predictable, and not overloaded with fragile electronics. Fuel economy hangs in the mid-teens, but the reward is a car that responds instantly when you lean into the throttle. The ideal buyer is someone who wants luxury with personality, somebody who doesn't want the softness of a Lexus or the complications of a German sedan. The M45 has attitude. It looks sharp, almost aggressive, with that long hood and muscular fenders. Inside, you get thick leather seats, real aluminum trim, and one of the most intuitive button layouts from that era. Everything feels solid and nothing tries too hard. This was Infiniti at its peak, building cars with confidence instead of chasing trends. Pros: strong, reliable V8 power, surprisingly sporty handling, great steering feel, and a cabin that ages incredibly well. The M45 also has a reputation for being one of the more dependable luxury sedans from the 2000s, thanks to simple electronics and Nissan's proven V8 architecture. But it's not perfect. These cars eat motor mounts, drink fuel, and the paint quality on some colors wasn't the best. Rear differentials can develop noise with age, and sunroof drains sometimes clog, leading to damp carpets. Common issues include timing chain guide wear on higher mileage engines, failing window regulators, dead seat motors, cracked dash trim, and oil leaks around the valve covers. When inspecting one, listen for ticking on cold starts. Excessive noise could hint at timing chain tensioner wear. Check for vibration under acceleration, which usually points to those tired motor mounts. Take a look at the trunk for signs of water intrusion. and check the transmission fluid for a healthy reddish color. Burnt fluid means neglect. The best years tend to be the mid-2000s models, especially those with updated interior features and refined suspension tuning. Today, prices float between $5,000 and $9,000, which is honestly impressive for a V8 luxury sedan that can still surprise people at stoplights. And if you thought a Japanese V8 luxury sleeper was cool, just wait for the full video edit, because all four of these cars together are a reminder that depreciation is the greatest gift the automotive world ever gives us. So that's the lineup. 4 legendary luxury cars from the early 2000s that were once status symbols, dream machines, and driveway flexes, and today they're shockingly within reach. Each one offers a different flavor. The Lexus with its rock-solid V8.com, the S65 with its twin-turbo chaos, the S600 with its silent V12 grace, and the Infiniti M45 with that underrated, sharp-edged personality. If you pick the right year, check the right weak spots, and stay on top of maintenance, these cars can still deliver that premium experience without draining your life savings. That was the promise, and now you've got the roadmap. If you enjoyed the ride, go check out the other videos on the channel. More hidden gems, more underrated legends, and more brutally honest breakdowns to help you buy smarter, not harder. I'll see you in the next one.